What's up, party people? My name is Sunny Ray. This is the Sunny Ray Show. This will be our, I don't know, third, fourth interview today. We're getting close to the end of the day and end of the week. I've got another great a person on my show. I'm just kind of stunned that I get to talk to all these really smart, awesome people. This gentleman's name is Prerak. Hope I'm saying it correctly. He co-founded Cogniify with two co-founders. It's a Bay Area AI execution firm alongside Akshay Shah. Cogniify designs, builds, and deploys custom AI systems for Fortune 500 and Global 2000 companies working across retail and CPG, banking, and financial services, and many other really important sectors. So Cogniify closed its first year with a client base that includes 3 Fortune 200 companies built with external funding. And happy to bring on Prerak. How's it going, bud?
Hey Sunny, thanks for having me on the show. It's been good. Uh, yeah, this entered the startup world, and I think getting the gist of it, it's fun to work with, and yeah.
So in your words, what are you building at Cogniify? And I guess like why should the world care? Like, what's the problem that you're solving?
I mean, that's a great thing. I mean, I started my journey as a consultant, as a data consultant, and while I was working there, like I identified few patterns, how the consulting thing work, and we noticed a gap. Like people do consulting and they do building separately. I mean, there are people who come in, they consult, they build a solution architect and all those stuff. And then there are builders which are handed off to, okay, the builders who will actually come in and build stuff. And I think the gap between this were causing a lot of issues in execution, the pilots, the deployment, and all those stuff because there was a handoff which was taking place and it caused delayed in time and the execution stuff. So I think that's where we figure out, okay, we are the consultant and we know how to build stuff. So why just come in, step in, and bridge that gap and have? And we created a 4S framework at Cogniify, and we follow a simple 7-step rule to like implement those 4S framework for all our clients, and that helped us fill that market gap, which we believe was there quite a while. And with AI race coming in and a lot of AI pilots stepping in, and like there's a lot of AI execution going on. So I think that gap was missing for a long time, and that's where we figure out we are the consultants and the builders because we have been in both sides of the world. So we can fill that gap in faster time and more efficiently. So that's how we came up with Cogniify.
Awesome, dude. Wow, that's really inspiring, man. So I guess so you spent years in data science and then analytics before
Yes.
co-founding Cogniify, right? So what was the
Yeah.
moment that you decided like the next step was building your own firm instead of, working inside someone else's data team?
I mean, to be honest, it's just like while I was working with other firms and consulting people and building stuff, I was working with various big tech companies, retail companies, e-commerce, and all those stuff. Uh, I identified this pattern where there was like a lot of handoffs between the management, then the business analysts and the builders, and how the client wants. And there was like back and forth of conversations taking the 1 month thing was taking like months to just implement it. And kind of that was getting to my nerves in terms of okay, it's taking why it's taking so much time. We have AI, we have so much tools to use it, and like let's just go with that um, mindset of having solutions built faster way, right, and more efficiently. So I think that motivated me to like, okay, let's have our own thing where we can put our thoughts in practice and try it out whether it works or not. And touchwood, fully it worked out well for a few of our clients, and we are still growing on it. We are double down on we're trying to improve our processes, and the gap which I told you about previously, the gap between the consulting and the building. With our 4S framework, I believe we kind of achieve that in a more efficient way and faster way. Uh, so yeah, I mean that's what really motivated, just identifying the patterns and like what the client needs and where the AI is lacking. Thing that pushed me and my co-founders to like start our own thing.
And you and Akshish built Cogniify specifically to avoid the kind of generic AI wrapper category, right? So, what told
Yes.
you that lane was crowded and hollow before you guys had even started?
I mean, everyone, as soon as ChatGPT launched, right, everyone was crazy or gala about, okay, the LLMs and the RAGs and like the big models. And everyone kind of went behind, okay, let's build a better model. Let's have more data set. Let's train the model better. And everyone is just focusing on the model part itself. And I kind of find that, okay, that's important. Like, I'm not saying model is bad, but a lot of things around the models are more important than just model itself. Like model can be just 10% of your entire firm's business problem, right? It's not the only thing. So I think the execution around it, the foundation layer, the operational layer, and the governance layer around this is something which people were considering in their back seat, not the front seat. And that's what we identified. Like that three layers around the model should be the front seat and the front driver, and not just the model. So, and with different models coming out, everyone was just trying to build AI pilots, more demos around those models, and people were failing. So that's where we identified this gap. And okay, we will keep execution at the first layer. We will have the foundation. We will have the operational fit and the governance layer first, and then we'll focus on the model. I think that approach kind of attract a lot of our clients, and it also helped us streamline our thoughts around the models. That there's like so much models and so many different models launching each and every day, so it's kind of difficult to get your head around those. I think that approach helped us, and I think it's still helping us a lot to build a lot of cool stuff within Cogniify and for our clients. So
And you built Cogniify without raising outside capital, right? So what did staying self-funded let you say no to that, maybe a funded competitor couldn't?
I mean, as I talked about the gap between that consulting and the building we found, right? I myself started few more like projects as a freelancer first. I tried it out whether it actually works out or not, and then I team up with my partners like Akshish and who are also in a similar background. Like all of three comes from a very various background in tech data science, but it's like different domains. Like one is focused on cloud, one is focused on AI, and one is focused on data foundation layer, and one is focused on product. So like all four pillars, we kind of identified while I was building stuff freelance, right? So while I was building stuff freelance, I got, okay, this is the gap. And then we thought, let's, before going out and getting the funding, let's try it out on our own. So we reached out to our connects where they were building stuff, and we offered our help first for free, just to see if to get the market validation and all those stuff. So we built few products before, like we built various marketing dashboards and like various other like AI workflows for certain use case in e-commerce, in marketing, and various other domains as well. Like finance also, we supported for FinOps and some part of it. And that's where we got, okay, people are liking it, and people are like willing us to pay, and that's how we landed like the first client itself. And then that's the journey. Like after getting the first client, we had hired a team. We worked with the team. We built uh, great tools around marketing and finance, and then that's how we rolled up. We keep on getting the next two clients we hit in like next 2 quarters. So we were like getting work as well as money from clients and the validation. So I mean, we didn't really get chance to go out and look for funding, but we were so much busy building that stuff and creating those projects for our clients. And that's how we just started with our own money. We put in some money of our own, like all three of us, and then we started the Cogniify.
That's really inspirational. That's great. So you said that, emergent behavior is a liability in enterprise AI, right? Not a feature. And then that runs kind of against a lot of the excitement, right, in this space right now. So what made you land there?
I mean, emergent AI, as in what? Can you please come again?
Enterprise AI.
Yeah, enterprise. Yeah, as like if you recall like the 2000 maybe 8 when there was an internet boom, right? Like a lot of companies were just creating websites, and then uh, there were like so many fiber optic cables laid down, and only 5% or 10% of people were actually using them, and then came the dot-com boom, right? I think similar thing is happening with the AI race kind of thing. Everyone is like enterprise AI. Let's focus on models, and let's focus on building models, greater models, faster models, and stuff. So I think that's where like the execution layer and the three layers which I talked about, the governance part, the foundation part, and the operational part, it's kind of uh, it's important. And I think enterprise AI is now moving towards that direction. If you've seen like OpenAI and all those big companies have also started their own consulting arm and the execution arm. So I think that's the route people are going. Big companies are there; they can implement their own thing because they have the entire staff, they have the knowledge, they have the people to build it. But there are other companies and the people who will require to first adopt AI. So I think once they adopt AI and then they enter the world, then they know the challenges and thing. And we come in and we bridge that gap. Like we have seen both side of the world and kind of get it, the both side of the things, right? So we help those companies come on board and adopt AI, and then as they adopt, we can also help them in their execution and making sure their business reaches that most uh, thing they want, like to achieve in business. So I think that's where the enterprise AI is going, and I believe, uh, yeah, we are part of it.
Yeah. And Prerak, you've also written that everything now comes down to trust
Mhm.
because AI can, generate anything instantly. So what changed in how, enterprise buyers evaluate a vendor once that, became true?
I mean, trust and accountability of uh, how you build stuff, and you are accountable of, right? A lot of vendors or the people, they build stuff, but at the end they won't take the accountability or the responsibility of things going south, right? Of if it doesn't work out. I think the accountability and trust part is something we layered at the first part of our conversation itself with our clients. So we told them like we are accountable of using the AI in how way. Like we created few accelerators around it, like how we will monitor our own processes while we build the AI stuff for you. So that gave them trust and accountability. Okay, these are people who actually want to build stuff, but they are also seeing, okay, accountability and like the trust factor, they are putting it at the first front seat itself. And we are not saying, okay, we'll build stuff and we'll then figure out, okay, what things can happen and stuff. Right? So I think in AI, a lot of companies are struggling in terms of holding people accountable of building stuff and delivering stuff. So I think that's where our team is taking front seat in terms of taking the accountability of the models and the stuff that we build around that, and help our clients get better results with the trust and the governance they want in their organization.
That's so interesting. So, can you name a project that looked promising on paper and then kind of fell apart once you got into the client's like real data and workflows? Like what did that teach you, and like about how you kind of scope engagements now?
Um, I mean, a lot of projects like I mean, if I recall, one of it was we're trying to build a personalized marketing agent for one of the e-commerce platform. Okay, and that was more of we have marketers, we have like um uh, campaign organization, we have the data guys, and then we have the CFOs and the marketing leaders and all this stuff. And everyone kind of talks to similar data, but they want their own views and stuff, right? So we tried to build a personalized market assistant agent for each one of them, kind of looking at the same data, but it's kind of giving a personalized view. And I think that idea itself, it was interesting to start with. Like we had few conversations with the platform itself. They were struggling in terms of identifying which model or which agent to go with. We kind of narrowed it down to few agents and models that we can personalize for them. It sounds good on paper. The challenges in terms of implementation and how things go with them. Uh, but yeah, I think that was an interesting project, and I think a lot of companies are also looking that route. Like they want their personalized agents within the organization, looking at the same data but having a personalized view, kind of a thing. So yeah, I mean, that was the one which looked very good on paper, but it didn't work out for the client. But that project kind of become one of the accelerators that we can go with other clients, and we were trying, and one of we are trying to talk to another clients in the similar space where they want to implement this. And since we have the base ready, we can go it and implement for other clients.
And Prerak, what does building an audience look like for a firm that sells into Fortune 500, Fortune 200 procurement versus like a typical consumer AI company?
I mean, for hitting the enterprise clients is you have to understand their business processes really well, and before going in like execution route, uh, and that's why that consulting people play a very big role in terms of understanding that business problem and nuances. Uh, I think we kind of get the hold of that really well, and since we came from all this big consulting firm, and we consulted a lot of big tech companies, we know how their business operates and how their data processes operate. Uh, and we came from a AI background. We know how the AI operates and everything. So I think once we understand the business, we can turn data into reports, from data to reports to data to insights, and that insights can be advantage to the customers. And that route is something we figure out. Okay, this is where the Fortune 200 or Fortune 500 clients will be able to give money or like pay for, because they, for them or their local team or the vendors they are working with, they just give data to reports to them, and there's nothing that they then have to still figure out their own processes. They still have to tell people to how to improve the business processes or how to add value to it. But I think we figure out we shouldn't be doing data to reports, but we should be giving data to insights, and that insight should be turned into advantage for our customers. And as soon as we deliver them in like a easiest process and like clear defined rules with trust and accountability, people will buy in and people will support us to build this stuff for them. So I think that's something with Fortune 200 and 500 clients works out really well than the other AI
And,
companies.
and you guys closed year one with like a Fortune 200 clients already on the roster, right? So what's the growth story for year two, and what sectors are you guys leaning into next?
Um, we like all our co-found, we came from different audience, like we supported different audience in different domains. We are targeting 8 different domains, which is supply chain, manufacturing, financial, and other 4 domains. uh, I don't recall it, but like it's all domain, all 8 domains that we have expertise on, and our team has expertise on. uh, why we are saying this is because we have dealt with few projects and few people who are in this industry experts for a while, and we have talked to those people and have built accelerators around those 8 industries that we feel might be useful for them. And I think that is something we kind of still working on internally. We are building few accelerators within those 8 industries that can do a plug and play for them, and they can just implement our solution and improve their business processes. So,
And if a manufacturing or like logistics
yeah.
operator listening to this is stuck in like AI pilot purgatory right now, like what's the
Mhm.
first question they should be asking their own team this week?
And they should ask whether, firstly, they should ask why they need AI in their business processes. Uh, why why they need AI, and what kind of data foundation do they already have, and whether they want business improvement or they want process improvement or what. So because both ways it plays differently, like you don't need a AI solution for both, right? It has to be a smarter choice for the business. So I think identifying what's the use case for you best, and understanding your people culture, and I think culture matters a lot, like people taking accountability and like making sure they know their foundations really well. That's important as well. So I think first identifying that gaps and making sure they have the foundation and the operational fit really well, think then they can come to us. And that's why we also created an audit report for a lot of our clients. When we go like, okay, we have prepared a few list of questions specific to your domain, and let's figure out together, not just you, because I know you might be also having some open questions regarding your own business processes and things, right? So we came up with the audit report, like going to our clients with those audit reports. They can open up to us saying why they need AI and how they want to implement it. And that gives us a clear picture in terms of working with them and helping them develop it. So I think those are some really important questions that one should really ask before uh, going into this AI implementation.
And Barak, 5 years from now, like what does Cogniify look like if you've gotten the trust and governance bet exactly right?
I think we kind of being a leader in terms of AI execution layer, and we can scale from AI pilots to like AI in production. We call it AI at scale with our 4S framework, because we believe that gap in consulting and building is something we feel really well, and we have that edge over others in terms of uh, uh, edge over others in terms of building and consulting background, right? So I think that is something will keep us driving, keep us having more solutions in AI, and be the AI execution leader in this space.
I love it. Okay, man. Okay, hang out for 1 minute. Actually, before we bring it to an end, where do people learn more about Cogniify? It's two eyes in there, right? You want to maybe spell
Yes,
out the
yes.
website and
Yeah,
also share where you're maybe are you tweeting or I don't know LinkedIn or where do you post
yeah,
your
LinkedIn.
thoughts?
We have a LinkedIn page. We are very much active, and all 3 founders are very much
Okay,
active in terms of
awesome,
sharing knowledge and
good,
client experiences and everything. It's Cogniify, COGNIIFY.ai. That's a website. Um, you can go check it out. We have a lot of great blogs and videos in there as well.
awesome, man. Well, thank you so much. Very inspiring. I love the story. Hang out for 1 minute, Prerak. I'm going to bring this stream to an end. And everyone
Mhm.
who's listening live, thank you so much. As usual, appreciate it. Got a handful more, 3 or 4 more interviews coming up. So stay tuned and Prerak, I'll see you on the other side. Cheers.